I'm in my zone. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone. I'm in my zone. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me, yeah, I'm doing me. I woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead and look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, you gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone.
I've been talking in my sleep. I'm running deep, trading till dusk. I've been playing hard to beat. I feel the heat, it's never enough. I was waiting till the sky falling. Had my back till I couldn't my calling. To the bottom, feel me in the drumming. To the flames, we're champions to rise. The arena, destiny's call.
Hello, hello.
Hello?
I know I did exactly the opposite of what I said in the private chat.
Yeah.
But you know what, Josh? You know what I was thinking? We're on time. That's
Yeah.
what matters.
On
We're
time, every time.
On time consistency is key. Not our problem, you know? We're going to wait until some people come in and join the chat. Obviously, the Penguins won tonight. Crosby, 4 more points? 4 more points. We like
Four more
this.
points to tie, though, right? Isn't it? Doesn't he need
No.
5? Oh, 4 to break.
Yeah, because he's currently at 1.10. So, he's golden. He's golden. He just got to get 4 more points, and I'm pretty sure he will. He's going to do it. I mean, what? We got how many games left? 11?
10.
11 games left.
10, 11, yeah.
10, 11 games left, so it's great. But like I said, we're going to wait for people to come on in this episode of the Penguins Collective Podcast. Not only, Josh, I'm going to do 2 ad reads. Can I do 2 ad reads for you?
Of course. Go for it. It's all you.
This episode is brought to you by Lowe. All right, if you guys need custom apparel for your business, your nonprofit, or your sports team, go to Louie.com. They have great prices, no minimums. They can work with you on any project that you guys have. Make sure you go to Louie.com for more information. This episode is also brought to you by Rogue Energy, Josh. RogueEnergy.com. I know. Well, I got two today. I had this and I had this ready to go. But anyway, RogueEnergy.com/The Pens Collective. Use code TPC10 for 10% off your purchase. Right now, Josh, if you download the Rogue Energy app, you can get 30% off your purchase by using an in-app only code for 30% off. Josh, cans still 50% off.
Wow.
I have the cotton candy flavor. I have also had the strawberry flavor. I have not had the cherry yet, but I will say these are great.
Is it just cherry or black cherry?
It could be black cherry, Josh. It could be black cherry.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if it's cherry, I would be afraid that just tastes like cough medicine. But black cherry, I mean,
yeah, but Josh, you know why it won't taste? You know why it won't taste like cough syrup? Because, Josh, there's no artificial colors and there's no craziness to it. No artificial flavors, anything. It tastes just so good. But Josh, no crash on these energy drinks. Whether you like the powder that goes into the shakes or you like the traditional can energy, there's no crash. So if you like energy or hydration, they make hydration products as well. No crash after that. You feel really good. Josh, what's your experience with Rogue Energy?
I'm feeling it right now. I may have yawned a few times already to start this podcast off, but because I'm a weakling when it comes to Rogue Energy. I took mine at 3:00 today, knowing that I'm usually good for about probably about 8 hours is usually my window. So I got like an hour and a half left in me. So
nice. Okay.
But
interesting.
I will say,
interesting strategy there.
When I don't take it for a while and then I have it, it hits hard and fast. Yeah, fast.
Yeah.
So I
works.
got a lot done at work between 3:30 and 5.
Yeah,
a lot done.
And what a great
Friday,
time to take it, Josh. Come on. That dip, that 2:00 dip after lunch, and you're like, I don't want to do anything. You take Rogue Energy, all of a sudden you become the greatest worker of all time. So make sure you guys go to RogueEnergy.com/Pens Collective. Use code TPC10 for 10% off your purchase. Hello, Dad. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the show.
Papa. It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinidad and shots. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
Hello. Welcome to the Penguins Collective podcast. My name is Louie.
My name is Josh.
And we go live after every single Penguins game. Like tonight, where the Penguins absolutely demolished the Columbus Blue Jackets 6-3. Crosby got 2 points. Boko Amama gets his first goal. Also punches some people in the mouth. What a great game, Josh.
Did I miss Crosby's second point? What did he get it on Russ's empty net?
No.
Oh, the
goal. An assist and a goal.
That's why it's 4 to break, not tie.
He got a goal.
I overlooked his goal. That's on me. That's
that
on
beautiful
me.
redirection, Josh. How can you miss that?
From Graves?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably something like that.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, first couple goals, I was like, okay, we're just getting lucky bounces. I'm fine with it.
Sure.
Let's just keep up the energy, especially after Imama's fight. I mean, talk about being wired on some Rogue Energy. They didn't need any rogue energy right there. That was just straight in mama energy.
Your mama energy. Love it.
So yeah, I mean,
hey Ethan,
I liked it. I liked it after the fact, like the energy that they brought and the way that they played. They buttoned it up a little bit more of instead of just like, bouncing pucks all over the place. They kind of refined themselves a little bit. But not gonna lie, that third period came rolling around, and I'm like, I've seen this story before. I've seen this story before. Down
literally
2
last
goals.
game.
Yeah. Yep. Down 2 goals, and then we actually made it 5-2, right? And then they made it 5-3.
Correct.
And I still was like, there's over 10 minutes left. Anything can happen. And Ned made some huge saves.
Correct.
Going down the wire. Looked really good tonight. Was Jari to blame for the collapse last game? I don't know.
I will say, Mike Rupp also mentioned in the third period, he said very similar to what you just said. Hey, we've seen this before. Third period starts.
Yeah.
Let's see how we react. And we did not react the right way. We were playing really bad. We were playing sloppy. We were on our heels. And, of course, Ned bailed us out. Now, Ned had some beautiful saves, but we did keep the zone out a little better than we did with the Islanders. So,
yeah, that's
was Jari at the blame? No. Mainly because it wasn't as high scoring as it was last time. Remember, it was 5-3. 5-2, excuse me. Then they got 5-3.
Yeah.
So then you saw like, ooh, what's going to happen? Jari was what, 3-1? And then 3-2.
Correct.
3-3. 4-3. So it's a little different. It's a little different. I do think Jari shouldn't get all the blame on that. Ned did let some goals in today.
Kind of just poking fun, but yeah.
No. I'm not treating it seriously. I'm just saying Ned also wasn't the greatest in the beginning of the game. So it's just kind of, it's funny. So you look at Jari, he started really strong and then sucked, and then Ned sucked and then got really good. So it's just kind of pick your poison there. Obviously, Josh, Malkin starts off with the scoring. He finally does something, and that's great. And then you could tell as Crosby was getting these points, he was like hungry. He wanted it, and he just couldn't get it done. But the Penguins just straight up dominated, Josh. It's just want to let you know. Speaking of dominated, did you catch the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins game, Josh?
I did not, but thanks to Did the Pens Win in our Discord, kept us posted.
Yeah, so did the Pens win? Yes and no, because Wilkes-Barre absolutely got demolished by a rival tonight. The Providence Bruins literally beat the crap out of Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins 10-2. And I will say it was 9-1. Okay, so it's not like, was it like 2-2 and then they ran away with it? No. It was like 4-0. Oh, no, I think it was 4-0, 4-1. And then it became 9-2, 10-2. So they got absolutely demolished, and thanks to the Pens win, Wheeling is now going into overtime.
So
but
question
Wilkes-Barre gets crushed.
For Wilkes-Barre, who's the blame for this? Is it us for acknowledging Murashov's 9-game win streak?
He wasn't in net.
Oh, who'd they start with?
Larson. So Larson sucks, dude.
Yeah,
it sounds like Larson's going to be the backup for Murashov next season.
So he gets the loss.
I don't think I don't. It depends when confirmed for us, but
is it kind of like
whoever
like pitching? It's whoever starts, and if the
game-winning goal, whoever decides that.
Correct.
Whoever was on the ice, yeah.
Yeah.
Murashov went in the net in the third.
Wow.
So does he get the loss?
So,
yeah, I think he does.
No, I don't think he gets the loss. Because at that point...
Well, no, what was his score going in?
I was going to say,
third?
at that point, it had to have been like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, probably.
Because if it was 10, you think Mirishov's going to let in like 6 goals? I don't think so.
No chance, Josh. He's the greatest goaltender of all time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he maybe let in 3 or 4. So maybe at 6 they switched him. But
maybe. Who knows?
Either way.
Dominated. But Wilkes-Barre gets crushed. So that's just wanted to mention that. There's more on Wilkes-Barre. Little teaser, Josh. A little more on Wilkes-Barre on our weekly episode coming out tomorrow, Saturday, March 22nd. We have an episode airing tomorrow. And we recorded a little episode for you guys about maybe a quick little announcement of what we're doing for the playoffs for Wilkes-Barre. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, Josh, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Let's talk about what they did, how they do it. The Penguins are a confusing hockey team. They like to play with your emotions. Okay? Now, Columbus Blue Jackets are outside looking in, and they really are trying to accumulate as many points as possible for the end of the season to throw their hat in the ring for that last wild card spot in the Eastern Conference, and they needed a win tonight. And a win tonight against the Penguins would have propelled them into a great spot to continue on their march of the Columbus Blue Jackets as they try to get into the playoffs. And the Pittsburgh Penguins decided, nope, we're going to become the greatest hockey team in the world, right? Maybe Herb Brooks in spirit came into the locker room and said, you were born to be hockey players. Tonight. Their night is done. That's what he said to these guys. And they went out absolutely demolished. The Penguins are all of a sudden the greatest hockey team in the world, Josh. How did this happen, and why is this happening, and why are they playing with our hearts?
I think it's just a matter of the experience on this team of saying we're not letting what happened the last 4 or 5 months define how we end our season. And I think that they're gonna go out the way they want to go out, clawing for a playoff spot to kind of just give us that, false hope. But, obviously not intentionally giving us the false hope, but just like, hey, this is happening. Will it result in something? No. Now, the entire game, I just kept thinking of when it was 4 or 5 games ago when there were like 15 games left and they had to be like 13-1-1.
Yeah.
We got our one loss, that is. So are they saying, in their mind, are they saying, here we go, let's make that push? But I mean, the rest of the schedule's tough. I don't think it's.
Yeah, we have. Can we really quick run through the schedule? Because that is a very good point.
I mean, even just the rest of the month. Just do the rest of the month. It's not great.
Yeah, I was just going to rapid fire, so we don't have to break it down. But next game Sunday, 6 p.m. I won't be here. Josh will be here though. Florida Panthers. Yeah. Tuesday, Lightning.
Yeah.
Thursday, Sabres.
Yeah.
Next Sunday, Senators. They're on a tear right now. Thursday, April. We're in April now. Blues. Saturday, Stars. Sunday, Blackhawks. Tuesday, Blackhawks. Those are 2 wins. Friday, Devils. Sunday, Bruins. And then we're 3 games off, which is so weird. It's almost like it was predestined, Josh. The last game of the season.
Washington.
Thursday, April 17th. Ovechkin comes into town, and does he? Oh my gosh, chills thinking about this. Chills, hold on. Crosby will break Gretzky's record. Okay, way before this. But then Ovechkin scores his final game in Pittsburgh. It's celebrated, right? Everyone's happy. End of game. The great one comes on the ice, celebrates Crosby and Ovechkin because, hey, they surpassed me. The greatest point per game.
Yeah.
They each did it. Point per game. Sidney Crosby. Hey, greatest hockey player of all time. Greatest goal scorer of all time. Come here. Hey, guys, I'm done. You guys took it. I mean, it took you till the end of your careers, but you did it. All right. I'm handing the torch. You guys are on the same ice at the same time. Congratulations. So, and why is it that, Josh, there's 3 days from our second to last game to our last game? That's weird. That's bizarro. Nothing's happening in that week. It's almost like it's predestined, Josh.
What do you think? Like, they were waiting for a few games where it's like maybe if those teams lose, then the Penguins have a greater shot at making. I'm
just saying.
You think it's
really
like
weird?
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah. Anyway, but Josh, let's talk about this rough schedule coming up. Will the Penguins make that push to get to the playoffs? I don't know. I feel like it's very unlikely. No. I feel like we're going to lose at least 4 more times until the end of the season.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you can count automatically 4 wins. Automatically. But realistically, maybe they can squeak out another 3. And
wins.
With get like 7 more wins. But still, that won't be enough unless if all the other teams in front of you just start losing like 5 in a row, which...
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That stat is if we win, like it's not taking consideration everyone else winning as well. This is
Correct.
If everyone's losing and we win out, we have an opportunity to make the playoffs. So, look, Capitals clinched. Everyone's clinching. This is the time where people are clinching. They're getting their spots. Penguins need to start winning. And everyone needs to start losing. This is the wrong time to make a push for the playoffs.
Yeah.
As Penguins. Everyone else is making the push. That's my point. We're not the only ones trying to get it. It's literally everyone else. So, first of all, really quick. Kitten Whiskers, she got the package, which is awesome. Thank you. That is really cool. Can't wait to see your reaction on all that stuff you got. But, Josh... regardless of how the season ends, which we know, the Penguins aren't going to make the playoffs. It's about Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Sidney Crosby. He needs 4 more points to do the unthinkable, Josh. Okay? The unthinkable is...
unthinkable, but yeah.
No. In the eyes of... It's 2005. The lockout just happened. The NHL's in a dark place.
Yeah, I know, but no, for real, though.
Hold on, let me set this up. The light is ascending over the hill in Pittsburgh, Mount Washington, perhaps, and it sends over, and all of a sudden, a figure emerges. Sidney Crosby, drafted to Pittsburgh, and he becomes what this city needs, and we don't deserve him. Since 2005, Josh, it's been 20 years. This has been predestined since that moment has come. In 2005, the lottery, that little ping pong ball. It wasn't like that. The card handed to Bateman, and he reads it. Bettman, whatever. And he reads Pittsburgh, which he wasn't even the one who read it. It doesn't matter. I'm setting up the story that doesn't even make sense. All I know is that Sidney Crosby was called to Pittsburgh, and that meant that this story was being written right there. Sidney Crosby, point per game for 20 straight years. 2005 to 2025. The guy is not stopping. He is now having 21 goals on the season. He's third in the team in scoring. Goals. That's what I meant, Josh. That's what I meant. 25 goals on the season. And he has currently, 80... Nope, not 80 points because otherwise he would have already done it. He has 70.
He's got to get to 80, so he's got 77.
77 points on the season. Thanks for the quick math, Josh. I would struggle. 77 points on the season. The dude is 38 years old. Can he do it for another year? Can he do this for another 2 seasons?
Can I give a hot take?
What are you doing? Are you ruining this moment?
Yeah. The 20 seasons is impressive, but I think what's most impressive within that 20 years is that he had shortened seasons, and yet he still obtained point per game. Because I feel like that's the hardest thing to do. That's the hard, because if you're hurt, you're missing games.
Yeah.
Realistically, you're not thinking about that, I think one of his years, I think he only played 30, 40 games.
Yeah. Imagine getting 80. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. 30, 40 games he played, but yet he was still able to get a point per game in that season.
Correct.
That's crazy. Some people who play 30, 40 games are only getting, a handful of points, 10 points, 20 points at max. And he's able to, through injury, get a point per game.
Still do it.
So that's what I think is crazy. That, even on shortened seasons, he's able to get it done. And the hot take part that I have is that I don't think he's done at the end of this extension.
So you think 2 more seasons? So next season,
and then I think he pulls Brady year by year.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. Now, that's not.
But he won't tell anyone that. He won't tell anyone that.
No, 100%. Here's what I think. To piggyback off your hot take. First of all, I agree with you. I don't think he's done, especially now. Because here's the thing. When Gretzky said he was retiring, okay, he said he knew because he couldn't produce.
Yeah.
Now, he was producing for a fourth-line center. Now, he wasn't a fourth-line center. What I'm saying is, he was producing for a lower-end guy. But he was just for me, that's not enough. And I don't like that. So I'm done, And he came to that conclusion. Sid is still a top 5 player in the NHL today. And I'm not being biased. He's still a top 5. He's number 1 in faceoffs in the NHL.
That's what I mean.
The dude still can compete. Any team would kill to have Sidney Crosby right now. And that's wild. You can make your arguments for Malkin, right? All that stuff. We always go after that. But Crosby? The dude is 38 years old and dominating the league. That is wild to me. And just the way he plays is just unreal. He's not done. He has 2 more seasons. Now, we'll see. As Josh and I have been talking throughout the season, as we've been looking at the end of the season, understanding we're not making the playoffs and what can we do to get back there. Imagine if we go on a run next year. And let's say, oh, no, it's not going to be next year. What about the following year? Sure, the end of his contract.
Yeah.
He goes on a run. They win the cup. Dude's
then
done.
he's out. Yeah, then
he's
out.
done.
Yeah.
He's done. And that's the only thing. Because he's going to chase that one last cup. And he wants to do it in Pittsburgh. He's made it clear. So I think we're looking at it from a different perspective. We're saying, as fans, oh, yeah, Sid is staying. We need to start looking at it from Kyle Dubas's perspective, crap, he's staying. Not in a negative way of oh, Sidney Crosby's a burden. Oh, crap, we need to win now.
Yeah, you
He's
change your
staying.
philosophy. Yeah.
Yes. So, look, we have a lot of things happening here in the organization. A lot of deals. Max 2 years. Everyone, max 2 years. Rumors about Mitch Marner are growing like wildfire.
Yeah.
Of the Penguins getting Mitch Marner. Yeah, you are welcome, everyone. That was us. We pitched that first. Also, guess who wasn't in attendance tonight, Josh?
Who
Kyle
was or
Dubas.
wasn't?
Wasn't.
Oh.
Kyle Dubas was not in attendance tonight's game. You know where he was, Josh? Sweden. He is looking at a few players. Scouting himself. You know why? Because he wants to watch the guy who he's going to draft. Auckland. We're at number 7 as of right now. All the stuff that we have done on this channel of running the stuff, Josh, the simulations, tankometer, all of that stuff. Tankathon, that too. You know what we did? Guess who we get every single time at 7 if we don't change our position?
Who?
Josh, excuse me one moment. Seriously, excuse me one moment.
What's going on? Oh. Okay. All right. Well, so I'm just going to piggyback off of what he was saying. So with the 7th pick, when you go onto a site like Tankathon, which I just introduced to Lewis not too long ago, it's a fun site to play with. You get to simulate the draft lottery. You get to see what your chances are of getting a certain of draft pick. You know, for the Penguins, you know, at 7, I think it's like a 6.5% chance that they can get the first overall pick. But what Louie was alluding to is that with the 7th pick, if we don't move, according to Tankathon and some other draft websites, that Victor Eklund, a winger, is projected to be that selection with the 7th overall pick. Now, granted, I would love a few selections higher because you can get the obviously the belle of the ball is the number 1 pick, Matthew Schaefer, the defenseman. But there was a guy that we mentioned a few weeks ago that we signed to a entry-level contract who was a draft selection for us, I think, last year. He played for a team in the OHL. But there's a guy, Porter Martone, who is a teammate of him, and Dubas was reported to be there scouting him as well. So that's another guy that if we start losing at the end of this year and start rising up through this, you know, I guess rising, falling, however you want to look at it, rankings of this draft order, he could be someone that is considered. You know, these guys are wingers. Both of them are wingers. That Victor Eklund from Sweden and that Porter Martone, who's from Canada. Both guys are wingers. Both can produce. I mean, I would like to think that Porter Martone is more readily available than the Swedish guy, but only time will tell. Is everything all right? Do you need to go?
Everything's okay. No, so
okay.
Abby went out.
You don't have to share it. You're good.
Oh, no. It's okay. I don't care. So Abby went out to celebrate a friend's birthday party. Mm-hmm. So it was probably about 20 minutes. Sorry, I'm out of breath because quick panic there. So anyway, Abby's not home yet. She literally just got home. But when I received the phone call, it was from that friend that she was out with.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm freaking out like, did she get in a car accident? Is she okay? What's going on? She said she called Abby and a man picked up and said, you have the wrong number. And she freaked out thinking like Abby's in trouble. So she's thinking Abby's in trouble. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm going out. I'm looking out the window. She just pulled in. So everything's good. I don't know what happened.
She just called the wrong number?
I think she called. I was like, did you call Abby's number? She's like, yeah. And I was like, she has her phone in her hand.
Anyway, you didn't.
Yeah, sorry. Just a little
so
scare there.
But I went through it. So Victor Eklund, from
Eklund?
Sweden.
Sweden?
Yep. But what I was saying was the guy that I think that Dubas has already scouted, that I think who he really wants is the Porter Martone. I don't know if you remember if the guy that we signed to the entry-level contract, who was a draft selection for us last year.
Sure.
He's a teammate of Martone, and I think no.
Oh,
the guy Martone and the guy we signed to the entry-level contract a couple weeks
Oh,
ago.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Martone was the guy we signed. Sorry.
No, Martone is the draft guy. So I think that's the guy. If we can move up a little bit, I know. I'm trying to see if I wrote it down in any of my notes, but I cannot find it.
Now, here's a quick question. So, the guy that, as a GM, now maybe I'm wrong. I could be definitely wrong about this, and I admit that. A GM wouldn't go to Sweden unless this guy was going to be whoever it is, because Eklund, Boca Raton, whatever. If I know that's not his name, but I wanted to say it. He wouldn't go there unless he was like, this guy's going to help the team now. But what you would send that's why you pay the scouts, no?
Yeah, but I mean, he was also up in Canada watching these guys too. I mean, they're the same age, both born in 2006, both in October.
Jeez.
So what does that make them? 18.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just going to the juniors is different from saying, "Hey, I'm going to take time out of the season and go to Sweden to watch specifically these guys." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sweden, I mean, the juniors, you see everyone. You see the Canadians, you see the Swedens, you see the Americans, you see all of them. So, yes, that makes sense. But to go to specifically Sweden for these guys as the general manager, he didn't send Spezza. He went himself. He wanted to get a read on it. I feel like that has to have some weight to it, right?
Maybe, but what happens if we keep winning? Then we're out of the spot. Eklund isn't even available.
Unless we trade back up early.
I mean, it's less plausible now because we're losing that Rangers pick.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, regardless of where we land at the end of the season, we know we're probably not getting the top 3 unless the lottery magically gives it the top 3, right? So wonder if we're trading to get in the top 5, top 10 area.
Victor Eklund's got a teammate that's projected to go in the top 5 too, Anton Frondel. So he could have been just watching both of them. And he's older. Is.
But if he's good enough to compete now in the NHL, then he's probably like, okay. And that's where I think, so all of this to say, the reason why I mentioned the draft, why I mentioned Kyle Dubas, his mindset is to help Sid win now. That's the mindset. Or we're trying to get Sidney Crosby a Stanley Cup. Now, no offense to, look, I love Malkin, I love Letang. It's not about them right now. It's about getting Sidney Crosby the Stanley Cup. Because, look, if Malkin retires tomorrow and Letang, the goal is still to get. Yeah, plan doesn't change. But if Crosby retires, that whole plan changes. The whole plan changes. Okay,
blow
rebuild.
It all up.
Blow it up, full rebuild. Here we go. So that's what I'm saying. It's only about Sidney Crosby right now. It's about Sidney Crosby getting the Stanley Cup. So I think Dubas is doing all measures, like going to Sweden and seeing 2 to 3 guys that we have the potential to lock up in the draft. Maybe someone to help Mitch Marner. I don't know, Josh. These are things that I could totally see. I could so see Mitch Marner coming to the Pittsburgh Penguins. I could so see it. Just because I think if you could sell, hey man, Pittsburgh, that's a hockey town. you come down, you help Sidney Crosby win a Stanley Cup, dude, you're going to be the next captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Doesn't matter. You help Sidney Crosby win a Stanley Cup in the next 2 years, you are going to become the next captain of the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't care what you say. Doesn't matter. That's what I want. And that's the goal.
I could make the argument that he doesn't even have to win the Stanley Cup in order to be the next captain.
Sure. Yeah, he just has to be good. Like, he just has to be good and help us get into the playoffs and help us go on a run. Yes, but I'm just saying, imagine if he helps with Sidney Crosby winning the Stanley Cup, and then we sign him to, like, another 6-year deal, 7-year deal. He gets the captaincy. 100% after Sid retires. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting excited. No need to get excited right now because the Penguins are not making the playoffs. But we have a long offseason to go. Josh and I have been saying it. This offseason is going to be the most intense offseason the Pittsburgh Penguins have faced probably since
Malkin and Letang were free agents. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. This is going to be the most defining offseason for the Pittsburgh Penguins and the most defining for Sidney Crosby. Not because he's not going anywhere. I'm saying because it's his legacy is on the line. His legacy is already fine. Yeah, his legacy is fine right now. He's a Hall of Famer if he retires tomorrow. And they should make an exception. I saw someone else say they should make an exception for Sid. Like waiting the 1-year rule. Well, no. Sorry, this guy's argument was for Sid and Ovechkin.
I was gonna say
that they should waive the rule for those two because of how dominant they still are. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's only one exception in the National Hockey League, and it was for Mario Lemieux.
Yeah, but I don't want to take away from that moment. But it was because they thought he may die before he gets his recognition.
Yeah. No. I know why they gave him. It's not lost on anyone why they gave him an exception. It wasn't because he was so good.
Yeah.
It was because they were like, we kind of want to see him accept the Hall
honor.
of Fame. Yeah. And then not only that, he came back to play.
Yep.
So he's Josh, who's the other player in all sports who have done that, accepted into the Hall of Fame, and then came back and played.
I actually don't know.
Michael Jordan.
No, I don't think that's true.
Yes, when he came back for the Wizards stint.
He was already in the Hall of Fame, and I'm a Michael Jordan fan, and I didn't know that.
So there's only one other player in sports that have been inducted into the Hall of Fame and has still played. Michael Jordan and Mario Lemieux.
I don't think so. Michael Jordan was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2009.
No way. There was a stat that I read, and I believed it. No way.
Yeah, and he retired in 2003.
No. I don't buy it. I refuse to accept that truth, actually. Well, we all know Mario Lemieux. So Mario Lemieux is the only player then. Mario Lemieux is the only player of all sports who has been inducted into the Hall of Fame and has continued to play. Anyway, Josh, it doesn't even matter. All these lies I'm spewing. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, for real.
All that matters is that this offseason is going to be massive for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And it starts with Kyle Dubas. And it starts with understanding and changing the perspective of how can we get Sidney Crosby a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
Because, it's so important. Really, last question, Josh, and then we'll get going. If Crosby gets the point per game, which he will, his name going in the rafters before he retires in Pittsburgh?
No, not before he retires.
I would petition that. You're telling me Josh, he's the greatest player of all time after that. You can't argue. He has 3 Stanley Cups, gold medals, all the MVPs in the world.
I think
you could argue
you do it before he leaves the city.
What do you mean?
He's not hanging out here after he retires.
Oh no, Josh, that I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you do it before he leaves. So
I'm not saying. Well, he always goes home during the offseason anyway. He doesn't stick around in Pittsburgh.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, there would be no coming back this time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he comes back for the season. There would be no coming back. No. Like, hear me out. I'm not saying he wouldn't come and visit. What I'm saying is that, like, there's no expectation of him coming back. There is not like, okay, we can expect Crosby back on this date because he is coming back for training camp. There is there is none of that. So that's what I'm saying. The last game of the year, that's when you do it. Of the year that he is retiring.
He's retiring.
Yes. Correct.
Of course. Yeah.
You do it before he leaves. Sure. That's what I mean by before he leaves Pittsburgh in terms of
that's what you mean. Okay. I was like, well, like he always leaves Pittsburgh. Like he doesn't stick around. No, I will say, throwing this other thing out there real quick. If Fenway Sports Group keeps on screwing up the Penguins, okay, Mario said buys back the team.
I think Mario should step in now and buy that additional minority part that's for sale, rumored for sale. He should buy that and continue to like get back. Not
put
majority,
his foot in the door.
But keep,
To maintain the level of expectations to Pittsburgh that he has.
And then, but then like if Mario really, then like this is where it goes even a step further. If Mario really does want to take a step back, then he like sells his directly
to Sid.
I
could so see that for Sid. Because Sid's not going to coach. Sid's not going to be a GM. He's done. He's going to pull Lidstrom and just disappear. And just disappear.
He'll finally find a girl.
No, he has a girlfriend now.
Oh, okay, fine. Then he'll finally get married.
He'll marry his
maybe
girlfriend.
Have kids. I'm not going to project that. But if he wants
and then
kids,
he's gone.
Then,
he is gone.
Yep.
And he'll only come back for special occasions. Mm-hmm. And that's great. And that's Sid, because he's a man of the people.
Like when we retired 29, 71, and 58, he'll be there.
Yeah, he'll always be here. But we all know he's getting his number retired first. Because the reason why I'm just saying that, because, listen, not to crap on Malkin and Letang and Flower, but wouldn't it be nice to look at the rafters and see number 21, 66, 68, and 87 before you see the rest of them? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Before you see the rest of them, you're just like, yeah, that belongs there. That like that.
Spitfire. What's the order
of greatest of those? All of them?
No. And when they get retired.
Oh, Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Flower.
I was gonna go Crosby, Malkin, Flower, Letang.
No, because Flower
mainly.
Okay.
Because Letang still has 4 years left.
Oh, I see. Look, Sid could play 4 more years, so it's not like we're saying he can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like Crosby's out playing Letang, and Letang has 4 more years on his contract. Like, that's wild to me. Anyway, no, the reason why Flowers last is only because he played for other teams. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little tainted.
So did Yager.
Right, but it
took
him
20
until
years.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was a generational talent. We could have if he stayed a Penguin that entire time, his name would have already been up in the rafters when he retired. But the reason why Flower will take longer is because he played for Vegas, Blackhawks. A lot of people forget his Blackhawks stint, and then he's now in Minnesota Wild for the last 4 years?
Yeah,
3 years. So, like, it's not like he's only ours, you know? Like, Minnesota Wild loves him, too. So,
yeah, but they don't love
granted,
him. We love him.
Yeah, I know. And that's our Pittsburgh brains, where we're like, he's ours. It's like, if he was ours, we should have taken him instead of Matt Murray. All right? So, relax.
Yeah, that's management.
People say Flower. Dude, that is a wild take that you think Flower before Crosby.
Okay, no, but this is where Armand, is this simply because Flowers retiring this year?
Yeah, I think that is.
And if
that's 100%.
I get where he's coming from, but I think Louie's right. Like, for what Crosby has done to this organization, I don't think you put anyone else up there ahead of him. No. And like, this is going to sound horrible, but I would not be surprised if Crosby is the only one for a few years.
100%.
You know,
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Think about Malkin, right? Amazing hockey player, should be a top 100 player. All that. Yes, we know accolades, great. So is Jágr, if not better than Malkin, and he waited 20 years to get his name.
Well, he was still an active player.
Fair, but he wasn't playing in the NHL for what? 10 years? What was his last game? 2018?
But there was something going on. There was something going on in terms of like
he could have still played in the NHL. I get that. But what I'm saying is, you're saying Flower is getting immediate when he retires. No way. Don't think so. I think Malkin, Letang, Flower, they will be the last. You want to honor Crosby and you want to do it right. Now, Crosby, if he had to say, he would say, no, it's about all three of us. Now, granted, that's just how humble Sid is. But guess what? We all know Sid is better than Malkin. Sid is better than Letang. We all know he's more important than those two. So here's the thing. What we're going to do is honor the crap out of Sidney Crosby. He's going to get a statue.
And that's where I was just going to say, do you think he spins it and says, okay, if you're going to give me a statue, let that be my day. But when you retire my number, I want it to be with my boys. So then it's literally everyone.
I know that would be that would be a great moment. Don't get me wrong. That'd be a great moment. It'd be a great moment for Penguins history.
And Chris Kunitz.
No, Chris Kunitz. Just because he scored that goal. But I just want to say, Sid is too important to be shared.
I understand. Guys. But at the end of the day, he gets final say.
I know he does. But here's what I would say. Here's what I'd be like, Sid, very humble of you. But this is the one day you don't get to be humble. This is the one day that we honor you for every aspect of your career. From gold medals to Stanley Cups, you are going to get your name in the rafters by yourself because you are the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not only that, you're the NHL. And I know he's sick and tired of hearing that. But let us honor him for once without saying Malkin and Letang. Do you know what I'm saying? Isn't that annoying? Like, yes, he is humble, and that's what he wants. He likes being in the team. But guys, for one day, and this is what I would tell Sid, for one day, let it just be about you and how you can be put in the rafters in the history books. Go ahead.
There was an interview in after the Four Nations.
Sure.
McDavid scores the winning goal, right? They win the gold medal. Someone asks Crosby, is that like they like hugged, like they had like a long embrace? Malkin, yes. McDavid and Crosby.
And Sid.
Yeah. And someone said, is that the moment of you passing the torch? And he goes, I don't know about that. It was just an important goal for an important player.
Yeah.
And it's like a little self-reflection saying, sure, no, I'm still the guy. The guy.
It's not that I'm still the guy. It's like, I'm not done, guys. Like, I'm still playing. Yeah. Like, and that's where he's like, I'm not done, but he got his goal. And you could tell because Crosby, and I think he also said this, he goes, out of everyone in that locker room, I know what McDavid's going through.
Yeah.
So all the pressure of winning a cup, he hasn't won a cup yet. Sid won it in 3 years, since
4 years.
He went to the cup 3 years after he got drafted.
Yep.
He lost it, but then guess what? He came back and won it the next year. McDavid, if he doesn't win the cup this year, questions. Yeah, he could be all the great, but guess what? Even Wayne Gretzky said.
How long has he been in the league now? 6 years?
No, longer than that.
McDavid?
Didn't he come in 2015?
No.
9
years?
Yes. When was McDavid drafted? 2015, Edmonton Oilers.
And just NES, it was kind of twofold. There was a report that, like, I think it was Josh and Louie. Didn't he do this article? That
I don't know.
It was like Fleury actually told management to go with Murray. He understood
the situation.
What was happening behind him. He understood. So
Yeah.
I think it's twofold. We wanted to move on, but he also understood that we wanted to move on. So it was twofold, and he was fine with being in Vegas.
And that's the reason why we still love him, is because he took the sacrificial hit and said, look, Murray's the future. Go with him. I'll be available. Now, granted, Vegas did not have to take Marc-Andre Fleury. Remember that. He was just the best goalie available in the expansion draft.
But it made sense to take him.
It made sense to take him, of course. He knew what he was doing. But I'm saying, like, Vegas could have passed on him, and we would have still had Marc-Andre Fleury. Just remember that. Just remember that. Like, they didn't have to take him. They did because, like, you'd be an idiot not to take Marc-Andre Fleury, especially after the cup runs that the Penguins just did. Like, you want to be like, yeah, great presence in the locker room, all that. Anyway, back to McDavid. 2015. He hasn't won in 10 years. So, just want to say, when it's compared.
Anyone know his injury update? I know
he's out for a week with Draisaitl.
Oh, okay. Because I saw that he was getting an MRI, and I didn't see the...
Combined, both of them are getting a week. They're out. So the best combo is not playing for the, for a very important key. I mean, they're already in the playoffs. Yeah. They're locked in, but...
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just saying, when all said and done, if McDavid never wins a cup, that's looming over his head. No matter how many points he scores, that looms.
That's why 2021 was so... 21? 20? 19?
What?
The year Ovechkin won. That's why that was so huge for his legacy.
Correct.
Because he could beat Gretzky all he wants. But it's not going to mean squat if he doesn't have the cup next to his name.
Which he knows he's probably never going to win the cup again. Okay? Now,
they got a good shot this year.
They got a good shot. Of course they have a good shot this year. But what I'm saying is, like, if they don't win it, Ovechkin knows this is his last year. 2 years. He has 2 years. So he knows that, hey, if it's not this year, okay. If it's not next year, I got mine. But the fact that McDavid has yet to win a Stanley Cup, now we're going to jinx it, and he's going to win the Stanley Cup this year, and we're going to be like, well, there goes that theory.
Yeah.
But, and even if everyone talks and goes, oh, yeah, but McDavid didn't have what Crosby has. He has Leon Draisaitl, relax, everybody, just like how Crosby had Malkin in 2008, so everyone could shut up. It took Sidney Crosby 3 years to get to the Stanley Cup from remember, first overall draft pick after a lockout. 3 years they went to the Stanley Cup. Guys, first overall in 2015, they just went to the Cup last year.
9 years.
9 years it took them. Crosby's better. We'll end it right there. Guys, thank you so much for...
I want to end it. I want to end it here.
Okay.
Armand is onto something. This year, Mitch Marner. 2 years from now, McDavid. 3 years from now, Stanley Cup collision course. Crosby, McDavid, and Mitch Marner. Yeah, see? He's going to be an unrestricted free agent in 2 years.
Yeah. Josh, how much cap space do you think we're going to have in 2 years?
The salary cap's going up again another 10 mil.
Okay, but guess
so
what?
That's 10 mil.
I understand.
Right off the rip.
but he's going to want league maximum for his contract. And
there'll be no more Carlson. There'll be no more Jari.
Josh,
if Dubas is smart with the money this year, ooh, baby. Watch it.
Here's what I want. Here's a hot take for you. I don't want a player like McDavid. Of course I do, because you would win, right?
Say what?
But here, listen. The Oilers are going to go into debt because of McDavid. I'll tell you why. Because McDavid is not taking a pay cut like Sidney Crosby does.
And neither is Draisaitl.
So guess what? One of them's getting kicked out of the Oilers, and it ain't going to be McDavid. Yeah. So Draisaitl's going to leave. Draisaitl's going. And then guess what? The Oilers will then go down a downward spiral because they have no money. Because they gave league maximum to McDavid. So, and that's the thing. It's a Myles Garrett situation where, hey, do you want to chase Stanley Cups or do you want to get paid? And it sounds like McDavid is going to be getting one last bag because he got a bag. He got league maximum when he signed his extension.
Yeah.
He was the highest paid NHL player. He's going to do that again because he's going to say, I'm still good. I'm still the best, fastest skater in the NHL. And they're going to like, yeah, absolutely. Take the whole salary cap, buddy. And then he's going to say, thank you. Leon Draisaitl is going to say, hey, I would like money. And they're like, we can't pay you. Bye. And he's going to go change a franchise, maybe the new team in Houston or whatever. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, the league will change. And the Oilers will always be that team, the new Washington Capitals. I'm just saying. Maybe also McKinnon has 12.6. Let's take a look at that. McKinnon would definitely take a pay cut to go play with his boys for the last couple years.
Oh, Leon already is re-upped with Edmonton. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And look at that. Look at that.
2033.
A UFA in 2033, dude.
And how can just do it? And I missed it?
Yeah, actually, yes. Thank you for reminding. He did just do it last offseason.
This offseason, yeah, wow.
Oh, actually, in the beginning of the season, I think he re-signed. Anyway, what's the amount? Can someone tell me the amount real quick? Because this will give you a...
Is he the one at 13 and a half? Like 13 and a half? Something like that?
Something. And so you think in 2 years, McDavid's getting 13? No way. He's going to get like 18?
No, 15. Yeah,
13. Look, 13 point...
Austin Matthews.
I understand that. And that's Austin Matthews, Josh. You think McDavid's going to say, I'll take less than Austin Matthews? No, he's going to get 15 mil a year. 15.5. No,
well, because Mitch Marner may get 15. I know. So you may be right. You may be talking 17.
14 mil, Leon. Draisaitl. That was this year, Josh. So guess what happens in 2 years? 16 mil for McDavid. And I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. And Oilers are going to be screwed because they're paying that guy and they're paying McDavid. 30.
That would be 30 mil for two guys.
Yeah, good luck trying to win a cup with that. Good luck trying to win a cup.
I don't think we're anywhere near that.
Nope. And hey,
thank God for 8.7.
And thank you, Jesus. And I'm serious for Sidney Crosby in Pittsburgh. Because he could have easily asked for 12, and I would have been happily paying that money to Sid. Because he's always been selfless. But here he is again, saying, you know what, guys, just pay me the same amount. Sid, are you sure? Like, you deserve this. No, just give it to me. Just give me 8.7. I'm fine. I'm making a lot of money. It's okay. I just want to win a Stanley Cup. Go get Mitch Marner. And he's like, yeah, I could do. You're giving me a lot of cap space. I could definitely go get you Mitch Marner. Is there anyone else you want? Anyone else you want, Sid? Yeah, you know what? Get this guy, get that guy. Let's make an underrated dream team. I love that. Do the Pens go after Marchand
would love Team Canada in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, because he's a traitor to the United States. Did the Pens go after Marchand in the free agency, or does he have he does have a connection with it? Yes. No. Listen, he's going back to the Bruins. I mean, you'd be silly to not think Marchand. Josh, they sent him away for like a second-round draft pick.
Yeah, and because they sent him away, I think he's just going to be done.
Oh, you think he's going to retire?
Yeah.
After this year. That's also a possibility. Guys, remember, we're an old hockey team. Remember, we are an old hockey team. We are getting younger, thanks to Dubas. But we are still a very old hockey team because we have Sid, Gino, and Letang, and Carlson, and Hayes. These guys are old. We are an old hockey team. Let's not go back to what we were 3 years ago, okay? Let's get younger, get faster, get a system where Mike Sullivan can coach these guys, and get Mitch Marner. That's my only focus. Only focus going into the offseason. Josh, what's your thought? You made a face.
Will Mike Sullivan still be coaching this team?
100%. Everyone else is gone.
Okay.
Mike Vellucci will take a job somewhere because he's a good coach. I really do think he's a good coach. And he's too good of a coach to be sitting on the penalty kill for 3 seasons.
Did not know Kopanen is a UFA.
Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that.
I thought he was a restricted.
Wait, hold on. Let's throw that up. Dewar,
Dewar.
Timmins. That's Josh. I said that. Dewar, Timmins, POJ, and Tommy. Which one's Tommy? Tomasino. Our RFAs.
DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. We went to high school with him. Bemstrom and Kopanen, unrestricted free agencies. Here, ready, Josh? Rapid fire. We re-signed Dewar and Timmins. POJ's gone. Tomasino.
No, we are not re-signing Dewar and Timmins. We are not.
You don't think so?
No.
I think they are producing pretty well. I think they get 1-year deals.
I don't think so.
It all depends in the offseason. That's also like it's a big what if.
I don't think
hold on, let me finish. Bemstrom, we don't re-sign. Because we're flopping him back and forth. Okay? Kopanen, yes. So I think we re-signed Kopanen, Dewar, Timmins, and Tomasino. Tomasino wasn't available for trade. We like Tomasino. So definitely Tomasino. And definitely Kopanen. The rest, Dewar and Timmins are question marks. POJ, no. Go ahead.
Grizzlick's a free agent as well.
Grizzlick's gone.
Okay. You keep Kopanen and Tomasino. That's it. Everyone else can go because you need to make room for the future guys. Like
Marner.
You can't. Yeah, and Mitch Marner. You can't keep log jamming the bottom 6 with these random guys and not allow the guys you are developing in Wilkes-Barre to come on.
Great point. Didn't think about that. That's a very valid point, Joshua, and I think you are correct. Tomasino for sure and Kopanen for sure. Rest of them gone. Make room for Mitch Marner.
Yeah. I think Kopanen only because you got him in the trade, and I think you kind of have to justify the trade by keeping him.
Not only that, I think he's producing. I think he plays really well, and he's a guy who can feed Malkin. So
big dude.
He's a big body.
So much bigger than I thought.
And I love it.
Yeah.
And he's fast. Well, he's not super fast, but he's fast for a big body.
Fair. Yeah, he's not.
All right.
He's not Zohan. Who am I thinking of?
Zahorna.
Yeah, he's not a Zahorna.
I think it's Zohan. Is that the movie with Adam Sandler?
Yeah, it is. Zohan.
All right, so I was right.
Right,
Josh, we said we were going to do a quick episode. It's an hour and 10 minutes. That's you. That's on you, I think.
It is on me.
Mitch Marner, definitely coming to Pittsburgh. We should do an episode where we just it's a pitch to Mitch Marner.
We'll do it. That'll be our first weekly after the end of the season.
And I'm talking like we only talk to Mitch Marner through the video. Like it's not like all that. It's like, hey Mitch.
Yeah. Kind of like AJ Brown when he made a pitch to Julio.
Sure, but we're going to do like a
Go look that up.
slideshow,
It's weird.
and we're going to say, look, this is places where you can eat, and this is where you can live. Cranberry Township, very nice. Way better. A lot of solitude. You don't need to deal with some people. Like in Toronto. Crazy Canadians? No thanks. Yinzers. Where you play good, they like you. You play bad, they don't like you. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Anyway, also we gained 2.8 million in dead cap space from Jeff Petrie and Riley Smith retaining contracts. So that sounds like that's going to be the additional 12.5 added sprinkle. That's a little sprinkle in there. That's the 0.5 little area that we're going to send to Mitch Marner. So 12.5. Welcome to Pittsburgh. We'll have you for 7 years. I like it. All right. Oh, did the Pens win here? Cranberry Township. Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is.
Can't hide money. Did the Pens win?
Oh, cheapers, dude. My gosh, someone has money. No wonder why you're going to all these hockey games. You got all the money.
Stop.
It's expensive.
It is stupid. Even here.
Here we're thinking we gained 2.8 million. That's just did the Pens win telling us his bank account. All right.
He's the one.
That's it.
He's the one fronting.
He's
it
gaining. He's the one gaining it. Actually, he's like me personally. I'm gaining that because I fronted Jeff Petrie's contract. Hextall was not for it at the time, but he's gone. I still live at home, so your parents got money. That's what you're telling me.
I'm not complaining.
All right.
Hey. Like it.
I love it. Hey, maybe I'll move out there when this podcast hits off.
Yeah.
Speaking of, thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. It went a little long, but I feel like we did a good job. Don't forget to hit follow and subscribe wherever you listen or watch this podcast. You can follow us on all major social media platforms at Pens Collective. We have a Discord. The link is in the bio. And yeah, stay tuned for our weekly episode tomorrow. Anything else, Josh?
Nope. Got the ads.
That
in
is
the beginning,
fantastic.
Got the social at the end. Nailed it.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We'll see you in the next one. Josh, as always!
Let's go Pens.
It's Crosby. Crosby on Trinidad and shot. Penguins win it!
Buckle up, baby. Are you kidding me?
We're a collective.
I'm in my zone. Woke up today, feeling brand new, nothing in my way. Sun gon' shine, yeah, it's here to stay. And I'm gonna say what I need to say. Hey, I'm feeling free. Everybody watch, I'm doing me. Go ahead, look, cause you gon' see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing me, yeah, just doing me. I'm doing me. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to. I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. Yeah, I'm in my zone. Everybody watch, gon' see. Everybody, I'm doing me. I'm in my zone.
I've been talking in my sleep, I'm running deep, training till dusk. I've been playing hard to beat, I feel the heat, it's never enough.